I want to welcome all of our students, faculty, staff, and our special guests to Corporate and Culture, the Latinx edition. This is all part of our experiential learning week. I'm going to pass things over to Joe Ramos, the Associate Director of Student Engagement in the CSPD, to be our moderator.
Good afternoon. Hello, everyone. Thank you, Danielle. So I want to get right to it and introduce our two panelists that are joining us this afternoon. The first one is our first guest is Rachel Boyda. Rachel graduated from UTSA with a bachelor's degree in finance and then moved to Dallas, Texas after college to pursue her career in wealth management.
Thank you first off for having me. I really appreciate it. So I actually was born in Bogota, Colombia in South America, lived there for a very, very short amount of time, just a couple months, and then moved to Ohio and grew up there for about half my life. The second half of my life moved to Houston, and that's really where I was submersed into more of the Hispanic culture. After high school, I thought I'd love to be more immersed in the culture that I didn't get the chance to grow up in. And that opportunity came at UTSA and got my degree in finance and graduated in 2014. After college, I lived in Houston, lived in San Antonio, and I thought, well, I haven't lived in Dallas yet. Let's try it. I was hired on first as an intern at Morgan Stanley. I was hired into a internship group of about 30 individuals from all over the country and all universities. I remember our first day on our conference call, everyone was saying, I'm from Harvard, I'm from Yale, and it was my turn. I said, I'm from UT San Antonio, and I thought, you probably have no clue where that's at, but that's okay. After that, I realized I really loved wealth management. Took a couple of years, learned a lot about the industry, a lot of the rules, took a lot of tests I had to pass, certifications, and then I joined on, like I said in my bio, onto the team I'm on now. I work with 3 other financial advisors, and I'm now going on my 3rd year with the team, and I just absolutely love it. That's just a quick little overview about myself and where I've gotten so far, and just a few of the many obstacles that are out there in the financial wealth management world.
Thank you, Rachel, and thank you for giving us some more insight into that world and again, what you've been doing the past few years. Thank you for that. Our next guest is Ulysses Villarreal. Ulysses graduated with a Master's of Science in Data Analytics this past summer. Is that correct, Ulysses?
That's correct, yes, sir.
Since then, he's been working at Valero Energy since November 2019, first working as an intern in their pricing margin analysis department. Then he moved to a project in the marine transportation analysis area. Ulysses, if you could talk a little bit about your progression. You graduated from UTSA this past summer, but you've done a few other things before then. And then what have been some obstacles that you've had to overcome?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm originally from Mexico. I was born in Torreon, Coahuila in Mexico. I went to school there and I got my bachelor's in industrial engineering while in Mexico. I always thought I would just make my life there. I always had a passion for the manufacturing industry and the automotive industry. So as soon as I could, I got myself a job doing that. Unfortunately, this was around 2011, 2012, Mexico went through a pretty difficult period in its history with the war on drugs. So it was very unsafe. Everyone who could left. Some people stayed, and I had the opportunity to leave the country, and I came here to San Antonio, and I came here to start a business. So I started a little restaurant in a market that I was not familiar with. I had never been a business owner before or anybody's boss before. I didn't know how to pay taxes here. I didn't know how to hire or fire people. I didn't know anything. I was 21 at the time. I just kind of did things by trial and error, figured things out with the business, with my situation here, both, my personal situation, being in a foreign country, not knowing anyone, and also my immigration situation, which was a thing of its own. Luckily, if you are able to own a business here and maintain it and keep it profitable and be able to hire people, then the government will let you get an investor's visa.
What would you say is the most critical changes that you think Latinx or the Hispanic community must face in order to move effectively?
Changes that we could make, and then also challenges as well. Changes is being more of that, going back to that embracing. I think for so many years, when you move to a new country, you're kind of shy. And this is the same for anybody. You're kind of shy, you're more reserved. You're trying to figure out, who am I or what can I become? And having that confidence and then embracing it, not only within your own family, but within the work industry as well. Really make that presence, I think, will really help. Using your voice when you can, not only in the work industry, but outside as well. And whether that's also giving back your time too. I think that's one thing we often forget about, just being involved maybe in an organization or a group where you have like-minded ideas and you come from the same background, and then using that as a platform.